The monetization of poverty on social media platforms like TikTok has become an increasingly prevalent and controversial trend, especially in recent years. The case of the resilient family on TikTok serves as a prime example of this trend, and it highlights both the potential benefit and also the ethical concerns that are associated with sharing stories of financial hardships online. Before we go on, let me introduce myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I just speak about anything I want to speak about, whether they're trending or not. So if video essays, documentary, commentary, etc. are your cup of tea, thank you so much for stopping by and welcome to my channel. Kindly subscribe, like, share this video if you care, and thank you so much. So that being said, let's go into the word for today. So the word for today is: let your actions be a reflection of the kindness within your soul. Let your action be a reflection of the kindness within your soul. And this is from my journal. It's a Manifest Your Vision journal. So basically, it's your ultimate guide to journaling. It has everything. It has original shadow work prompts, brain dump, reflection, weekly reflection, dream journaling, and more. So if journaling is your cup of tea and something you love, my journal is the best for you. And also, I want to talk about my book, the Bailey and Orion book. And again, I posted this on my community tab, and oh my god, you guys came for me. So I just want to use this to clear the air that I used Midjourney, and I didn't think it was going to be a problem. If it's a problem, can someone let me know? Because on Amazon, if you're putting your book on there to sell, they would ask you if it's AI generated, and you say yes or no, which I said yes, and they asked which part, and I'm like, graphic is AI generated. This is obviously not brush made, and I'm being very transparent because I didn't think it was going to be a problem, because in Midjourney, yeah, so that's what I use. What is most important in this is the story behind it, because I realized that dogs or service animals, they cater for the needs of humans whenever the humans need it. And these are dogs. We understand dogs are loyal. So I just created a story where this service animal, catering for the needs of this human, just had a friend, a best friend, and the best friend was Orion, which is inspired by my cat. When I did my research, it was Midjourney that came up. So I didn't think it was going to be a problem, because everyone was like, I can bet on my life it's AI, this or that. Even on Amazon, I didn't lie that it wasn't AI. I use Midjourney and Canva. Yeah, so if it's a problem, can someone let me know? I just wanted to tell a story of a service dog that has a best friend, because most times they're service dogs. I don't think people really think about their own needs, and I decided to put that in like a children's book that I could, speak to your children at night. But that being said, let's get into this video. So this video is going to be a reaction based video like I did for my Blake Lively video, and this is about a family on TikTok called the Resilient Family. So basically, this family, they are poor. They're living in one bedroom, and all the children, they stay in the living room while the parents stay in their own room. Their own room is nice. It has PS5, and these children, prior to now, they stayed on a foam on the floor. Parents, they have their own room, they have PS5 in their room and everything, and they have a whole wish list. So basically, they're monetizing their poverty to get money. So that's literally what it is. And they have like a wish list that has been fulfilled by their enablers. So enablers are people who contributed money for this to be done. And it may come off as if I'm being insensitive, but you guys are going to see where I am coming from when it comes to all of this. So just like my Blake Lively video, I am going to react to the TikTok videos. I've only watched 2 videos out of this, but I just want to react to this, and I want you guys to let me know what you guys think, or am I overdoing it? So let's get into it and go to TikTok. We're going to start with the Jenkins family. I don't know who these people are. I've only watched like I think 2 videos of them. So let's just start with what made them viral. So let's start with the video that made them viral.
Welcome back to another evening with the Resilient Jenkins, TikTok's current favorite family to hate on. It's giving Sunday vibes. I started off by making dinner, which I just posted a full dinner recipe video. While dinner was cooking, I got the kids area all straightened up, vacuum with my handy dandy hoe, and I take this rug outside and shake it off almost every day. The girls wanted to see if Dad could do the Pennywise dance. definitely made their night. Look at their faces. I don't know where my man gets his energy sometimes, but I'm ever so grateful he has it for our children. Then Drew took a second to take a look at a bump that's been bothering one of our daughters on her heel. I made my 3 older kids their plate, and then I broke some chicken up for my toddler, who ended up not even being interested. Generally, he has a good appetite, but he's eaten a lot throughout the day, and he just kind of wasn't feeling it. My older son asked me if I could trim up his hair. I say right now, when it's come to my older son, I will always respect the wishes of him and his father when it comes to his hair. I ask my son every couple of months if he's ready to grow his hair out or if he still wants another trim. He just keeps saying he's not quite ready to grow it out. In fact, this time he told me maybe I'll switch it up when I'm 12. I always like to make sure my kids get showers on Sunday night so they have a nice fresh start for Monday. Now, I don't know if this was fairly obvious, but not only do we have 1 bedroom, we also have 1 bathroom. So when it comes to shower time, we have to time it out right so everybody gets a chance to go. My daughter's curls were popping today, so I didn't do braids in her hair. I just went ahead and set her curls for the morning and then braided my older daughter's hair. After everybody was through brushing their teeth, we did some reading and our nightly prayers.
Okay, so basically, I think she has 2 children. So she's obviously white. She has 2 white children, maybe from a past relationship, and her husband is black. And she has, from what I can see, they have only 1 black. He had 1 child. So basically, he has 1 child and she has 2 children. So that's 3 children. She's currently pregnant, so that's 4 children. So that being said, let's see. Wait, Sunday evening vlog, family of 6 going on 7. Family of 6. So if she's 3 and the husband 5, I didn't see any other child. Going on 7, she's obviously pregnant, so that's 6 altogether. So I'm so confused. Does she have another child? Because I've only seen 2 girls and 1 boy. So I think with time we're going to see what's going on.
3 hours later.
She has a toddler, so she has a child. She has a baby. She has a baby that I don't think she showed the baby, and she has an elder son, a black son, which is obviously from the husband. And again, she has 2 daughters from a past relationship. She is obviously in a 1-bedroom flat, and it looks like the whole children are staying in 1 room. Which, I'm not going to lie, I've been in that situation before. I did not grow up with, when I was born, my parents were not that rich, and when we're staying, I was born in Lagos, and in Lagos I was staying with my siblings, but we had our own room. We were not staying in the living room. We had our own room while my dad and my mom had their own room. And we moved to our state where all of us were staying in the same room, because we moved to my state, we didn't know we were going to stay back, and we were staying with my grandma, but my dad was still in Lagos then. So all of us, we stayed in 1 room with my mom, but sometimes I'll sleep in my grandma's room. And when my dad relocated to our state, he stayed in the room with all of us. So like all of us were in the same room. Okay, so that being said, now obviously when my dad had money, he built a house. But I've seen something, TikTok's pop culture breakdown, the resilient family apartment drama. So
What's going on TikTok today? The resilient Jenkins family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. We have mom and a dad. They started talking during the pandemic era. They ended up living in together. The mom already had 2 daughters and the dad already had a son. They got together and they had this really cute toddler. Well, now they're pregnant with another child. So altogether, they now have 5 children. The reason that everyone's talking about them is because they're living in a 1-bedroom apartment, but the mom and the dad sleep in the bedroom on a bed, but the children sleep in the living room on like little mats. So the internet's like, what the hell? Why wouldn't you just put them in the room? Also, why are you leaving children in the living room to sleep by themselves? What if someone walks in?
yeah,
What if the children just open the door and leave? Some people are really concerned for the safety and also the living situation. Also, why are you having more children if you can't afford to house the children that you already have? The mom, she's a stay-at-home mom. The read that I get from her is that she is a really loving mom. Her kids are well fed. She cooks with them. She takes them to the park. Mom and dad, they got together. They have their own children. They want to have a child together. And in the meantime, you're working to better your conditions. I know this economy is actually insane and really difficult. But after this child, she wants to continue having children. From what I gathered from stalking her TikTok was that she's been wanting to become like a mommy content creator so she can make money. And she talks about like, if I can make money off of making TikTok content, my husband says that we can have.
so basically she wants to have more children she wants to have more children so she can be creating content. This is what we call breeder. These are people who create children, not because they want to have children, but because of the benefits that comes with creating children. For example, they create children because, first of all, some people create children because they want to constantly get money from council. There's even like one that happened in the UK, and then it led to a whole true crime case or whatever. So basically, people intentionally create children because they want to get the benefit that comes with creating children. Because now I can see they're in this one-bedroom flat or whatever, but I would not be surprised if, even though everybody gives them, even if Elon Musk give them money, I don't think they would want to leave because of the attention this situation is getting them. Does that make sense? That's why when it comes to like all these cleaning videos, we see all these people that create cleaning videos, all of a sudden their house is dirty all over again. And the girl that cleans graves, people are even saying that she also makes these graves by herself and intentionally makes them dirty, because again, it is what you're building your content off of, or building your page off of. It's going to be like a cycle that even when you have the money to leave the one-bedroom flat you're in, you wouldn't want to leave. Does that make sense?
Mom, TikTok mommy, content creator, but I don't think she understands that making content is so much work, and when you have this amount of children are going to have to be a variety. Also, influencing isn't a set gig. It can come and go. It's not forever. I don't think it's smart to rely on TikTok as your source of income. I know she's been trying to make it with her content and cooking, and then she started sharing the content about their living conditions, and that's where she started going viral. Which she even said, I knew that if I ever did go viral on this app, it would be for hate. It's not that it's hate, it's just that people are genuinely concerned for their children. Now getting to the dad. The dad is a gig worker, DoorDash, Uber driving, etc. He works 12-hour work days. Everyone's talking about like, he should sell the PS5.
He has a PS5. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this is obviously pounds. So a PS5 is on Amazon is £679. I don't know how much that is in dollars. And on Argos is £389. I don't know how much that is in dollars. So like if your children are sleeping on like normal bed, like it's not even like they are sleeping on a mattress, why can't you create a bunk bed for them? How much is bunk bed? So if you literally, a bunk bed is cheaper than a PS5. So a bunk bed in Argos, which obviously I'm in the UK, I'm not in the USA, is 195. That's the cheapest I've seen, £195. I don't know how much that would be. There's even one on Amazon for £119, which from all indication is definitely cheaper than a PS5. How do you have a PS5 when your children are literally sleeping on the floor? Like, that's what I do not get.
They said he works 12-hour work days, out of the house for 12 hours a day, door knocking. It's not really good money. Like, go get a stable job. But then I calculated it. So they live in Portland, Oregon. If he works 40 hours a week, let's say out of job, making $15 an hour, which is what the minimum wage in Portland, Oregon is, or it's almost $16 an hour, he would make $600 a week, $2,400 a month. Average rent in Portland, Oregon for a one-bedroom is $1,200. So that leaves $1,200 left at the end of the month on solely his income. You have to feed all these people. $1,200 is not a lot of money. And then I calculated it. Let's say $300 on groceries a week. That literally adds up to $1,200 a month. I know groceries cost way more than that. Yeah, the kids have no beds. They sleep on the kitchen floor, living room. It's very crunchy.
Okay, guys, let me adjust my camera.
So maybe to them, this makes sense. All around the same age, kids are gonna hate it when they get older. Do not try to become an influencer as a mommy blogger to use your kids for content. Try to have more for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is where exploitation comes in. This is literally where exploitation comes in, because you're going on TikTok, putting your story of being poor or whatever, which is cool, but you're putting the children inside and you're exploiting these children. What of when they go to school? How do you think their peers will look at them when they've seen this on TikTok? How do you think their peers are going to look at them? How do you think they are going to be treated in school when your parents are definitely showing, oh, I don't have money, this, that, and then your parents, they're going viral for this thing and they're putting you in the mix?
Stop using children as content. I don't think she's a terrible person. I think she's a loving mom. She takes care of her kids. she feeds like really delusional in the way that they think being an influencer. This will come and go. The app could leak tomorrow.
Exactly. Like even TikTok is getting banned in the USA in January 2025. So like what are you going to do after that? Like literally what are you going to do? If TikTok gets banned, what are you going to do? Like, does that make sense? I don't know if you guys are making sense. Like people would just come and be like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. What's the entrepreneur? Oh, being on TikTok, being on YouTube. That is not entrepreneurship, because you're working for Google, you're working for ByteDance, you're working for all these companies. Entrepreneurship is you owning your own thing, that even if like TikTok goes tomorrow, you have something to fall back on. So like this is just a whole like dumb idea.
Like you do love, it's still not enough money. Stop having children so the children can go to school, and that way you don't have to pay daycare, and then you can also work, and then you guys can compile your money together, save up for a better living situation. I don't want to post any images of children involved. This is what's going on TikTok today. The Resilient Jenkins, one bed.
Wow, like that is crazy. So let's check more videos and see what is going on, because at this point I am so confused. Let's see. Oh, they have bunk beds. Okay, so they have a response to the public. So Resilient Jenkins, whatever. 9 minutes. Who's watching that?
Yeah, our
22 an hour. So I'm saying baby mama number one came with receipt. Baby mama number one came with receipt. What is it?
Since we're on here speaking about the Resilient Jenkins, actually, he has more than one son. Hi, I'm the first baby mama. I'm absolutely embarrassed the fact that that's my sperm donor. I will not be posting my child on here because y'all not gonna know. But my son is almost 12. Since everybody wants to kind of chime in.
Almost 12.
That man, that everybody's saying they have two loving parents, walked out of his son's life when he was 2. Okay, haven't seen his son since he was 5, and that's because I reached out to him to come to his kindergarten graduation, and at the time he only had one child.
But oh my god, okay, the tea is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So I'm seeing the bunk bed. The bunk bed is literally on the floor. How is the bunk bed on the floor? Like, the bed is on the floor. I've been in bunk bed for like 6 years of my life because I went to a boarding secondary school and we had bunk bed. This is so confusing because I have never seen a bunk bed that is on the floor. Like, even when I've checked all these pictures, this one is on the floor, but there is like a panel. The mattress itself is not on the floor. There's like a panel before it being on the floor. Does that make sense? It's not directly on the floor compared to this. So this one, the mattress is on the floor, and this place being the panel, there should be like a bed frame or something. There should be a bed frame that would hold the mattress, but it's not on the floor. So I'm so confused. This is monetizing poverty, honestly, because what the hell? Because trust me, this is going to be a cycle upon a cycle upon cycle, where, because obviously why people are donating is because they pity them, in quotes. Which also reminds me, if it's a black woman that is in this position, people will be like, oh, why are you dating someone like this? Why are you married to someone like this? Yeah, I saw this. So basically, Resilient Jenkins' mom said her kids have superior genes and can't get sick. What does she mean by superior genes? So let's hear that out, because I'm so confused.
Live stream cleaning out the cat box and the cat litter, and everybody said,
wait, she has a cat. This is so confusing. I did not do any research prior to getting into this because I just wanted to give like a blind reaction. So forgive me for being all over the place, but she has a cat. She has a cat. How do you have a cat when your children barely have where to sleep? So you have your room, your one bathroom, the cat. I have a cat, and I know cats are very independent and they require minimal in quote care when compared to like dogs. Like cats are more independent than dogs. They can cater for themselves and everything. But if you can't even feed your family, cater for your family and all those things, so having a cat necessary at this point? Give me a second, please.
The Brazilian Jenkins mom just said that her kids have superior genes. She was on a live stream cleaning out the cat box and the cat litter, and everybody said, "Don't do that, toxoplasmosis," because she's very pregnant. To which she responded, "Oh, that's okay. I don't have to worry about that. My kids have genetically superior genes."
So basically, because her baby daddy is a black man, she gave me that vibe. But I didn't want to say, sometimes some white people, they like to be with black people because they want mixed race children, and her saying that her husband has superior genes is racially implied, if that makes sense. Again, I'm not against interracial couples. Like my brother married a white woman, he is where he is, they're in love, is genuine. They're not together because she's so obsessed about black people or he's so obsessed about white people. They're not together because of that. There are people who are in genuinely interracial relationship because that's who they love. But there's some people who are in interracial relationship because, first of all, most times it's not genuine. It can result as a form of self-hatred because they don't want their children to look like them. They don't want their children to have the dark skin that they have, so they want to go and mix with a white person to have like more interracial features. While some white people could be in a relationship with a black person because they want to have like interracial features. They want their child to have interracial features, which this is selfish reasons for you to be in a relationship. People are genuinely in interracial relationship because that's who they love. But there's some people who are in this relationship because of selfish gain. And all in all, this is exploitation. Sorry, let's start again.
Starting off with a little siege session and some intention setting. Please don't mind how rough I looked this morning. I really wasn't feeling too well. But mama has to push through. I started making her oatmeal this way a few weeks ago and I just haven't turned back. I boil some cinnamon stick and sometimes clove in the water. Once I add the oatmeal, I also add some heavy cream and some butter, a little bit of sugar. But this morning all I had to add was eggnog and honestly it turned out good. Like I said, I'm rough. Leave me alone. If there's one thing I can say about being a girl mom, I can definitely tell on days I look rough or I'm feeling rough about myself. My daughters reflect. I try my best to help them feel presentable, confident before they walk out the door, but we don't have the best mean and we're definitely working on that. I actually have some hair supplies coming today. I'm so excited about that. I look forward to doing some cute little updos for my daughters and some kind of protective hairstyles for my sons. Kids wake up with really small stomachs, so oatmeal and sausage was really enough for them. I got their lunches packed and their snack. I went ahead and checked everyone's temperature because I just wasn't feeling. The office called me an hour after we dropped them off. Then I made my hubby's plate. They looked identical. And then my hubby left for his gig work and me and the baby took a nap. We really appreciate y'all watching. We'll see y'all in the next video.
I'm tired. I'm just tired of this. Come with us to the laundromat. Watch that.
So if you don't follow us, we are a family of 6 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. We don't have a washer and dryer in our unit. We do have access to a community laundry and we just much prefer to do our laundry at the laundromat. It's a lot quicker and a hell of a lot cheaper. And until my luck runs out, my kids actually enjoy coming with me and enjoy helping along with the process. However, this time my son was not having it, so his dad did come pick him up about 5 minutes after I took this clip. We filled 2 45-pound, 1 75-pound, 1 35-pound washer with 2 weeks worth of clothes. You heard that right. We have not been able to get to the laundromat in 2 weeks. I mean, as you can tell, me and my daughters are rocking pretty heavy.
I don't want to judge. You've not been in the laundry for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So how do you change your clothes? I'm so confused. Someone said showers once a week, does laundry once every 2 weeks. What? Showers once a week, does laundry once every 2 weeks. Showers once a week.
Heavy clothes for 90-degree weather. We were literally using the last of what was in our drawers. So I do feel like situations like these teach my kids a lot of resilience and resourcefulness. They were quite adorable, sharing outfits and exchanging different things to make sure everybody was comfortable. We are the resilient Jenkins for a reason. Nothing stops us and nothing keeps us down. Dad's always on the go providing for his family, but constantly apart to make sure he's helping. Thank you for watching. Follow us to get to know us better.
These people, I'm sorry, they have hands, they have legs, there's a lot going on. First of all, the exploitation is raking through my skin or through my screen. Exploiting your children, first of all, this is exploitation. Exploiting your children to start with, one. Secondly, children are sleeping in the living room, which, first of all, you should be the one to sleep in the living room. I'm sorry, because you should be the one to provide them with that security to start with. You should be the one to provide them with that security. You should be the one to move your things to the living room while your children stay in the inside room, because anything could happen. Someone could break. What the hell? Like, I listen to true crime almost every day, if not every day. Someone could break through the front door, break through the front door. Tell your children to shut up, otherwise I'm going to shoot. Take your children and you're in the room sleeping, and you don't know anything that is going on. Who knows? And your children are sleeping the same thing. I don't even know where the cat is staying. I can't see the cat, but from what they said, they have a cat. So yeah, I'm done with this. So let me just come back to the rest of my commentary, because this at its own is just pissing me off. Honestly, it's really pissing me off, because the exploitation is real. Now let's talk about the rise of poverty content on TikTok. TikTok has this vast user base and algorithm-driven content distribution, and because of this, it has become a very fertile ground for content creators to share their personal experiences, including those that are related to economic struggles. TikTok allows people to quickly capture attention and potentially go viral, making it a very attractive option for those seeking to monetize their content. So now, from what I've seen from this family's approach, let's just talk about them, because like I said, they were trending on TikTok and I just watched like 1 or 2 videos and everything, and then I typed them and I've seen lots of videos about them and I was like, it's better I do like a blind reaction. But this family, they gained significant attention from TikTok because obviously from what we can see, they've been documenting their daily life while also experiencing homelessness. Not really homelessness, but like obviously, let's be real, that's kind of homelessness. They have a home, but yeah, and also financial difficulties. And the content typically showcases them like living in like this 1-bedroom apartment with the man has a PS5, you have a TV, and this is what they're living. I don't know if their housing is temporary, I don't know if it's going through the council or through private housing, I don't know. And they show ways where they prepare food on a tight budget, and the man is working DoorDash. Why is he not working a full-time job? Why? I think I need to research into that. Give me a second.
3 hours later.
So basically, from my research, the man is not working a full-time job because he said he knows his worth. He knows his worth. Oh my god. So he does not want to work a job that don't pay him $30 per hour. Okay, let me say this. I have a master's degree. I have a master's degree in human resource management. I have worked several types of jobs. I'm not going to be like, oh, I know my worth. Yes, I do know my worth. But like, I've worked as a cleaner. 2021, I was a cleaner. I've worked as a cleaner. I've worked as a gelato turner. I worked as a cleaner, I worked in a gelato shop, I worked as a barista, whatever. And I could be like, I'm not going to work in all those places because I know my worth. I work as a healthcare assistant because then again, I know my worth. So while I do all these jobs, I'm also working towards my future. I'm working towards being a better person for me. I know where I want to see. I know what I want to see myself. I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm taking little steps to be there. It doesn't mean I have to neglect what I have to do to find myself there. When it comes to job, I'm not someone who puts pride on everything. Like, everybody starts from somewhere. I've done like several jobs that if someone is like, the time I was working in a gelato shop, one woman, she's a psychologist, she came, she was like, oh, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, she was like, oh, have you been to school? Like, I have a master's in HR. She was like, and you're here? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. It's cool, but I know that this is not where I'm going to be at the end of the day. And I do my best for me. I'm not just sitting at home relying on only YouTube. YouTube doesn't even pay me that much. I'm not sitting at home relying only on YouTube while I'm neglecting other parts of my life that needs to be touched. So obviously, this family, they are monetizing their poverty because everybody knows that TikTok is a good place to earn income, so they want to use this opportunity to earn as much. And from their videos, I can see they have so many views, which let's say maybe last month October, because it's the 1st of November that I'm recording this, let's say last month in October they had like 10 million views. That's like a lot of money. That's literally over 5,000 views, and $5,000, that could get them plenty money for them to, you know, rebuild the house, do something, make the house more comfortable for the children. But I don't think they would do that because, again, she must be a stay-at-home mom, cool. And the father, from what I can see, all of them, they are really relying on this TikTok fund, one. And secondly, the father allegedly has other children outside and he's not paid child support. So obviously, this man would not want to pay child support. That's why he prefers doing all these menial dash jobs, because he's not going to pay child support. He does not want to pay child support, so it's going to show like he has low income, and his wife is the one who has this TikTok, so obviously maybe the money will be in her account. And the man, he is trying to utilize the system, allegedly, or my own opinion, that's what I think. So obviously they'll get paid through TikTok creator fund, and because once they've reached a certain threshold of followers, which they've already done, and views, which I'm sure they've already done, they have already started making money directly from TikTok because of the content performance. And obviously now everybody is, you know, speaking about them, everybody's making reaction videos to this, and yeah, it just reminds me of that woman, obviously. And like, another thing, I don't think she's mistreating those children. I think she really, really loves those children and everything. But then this exploitation, this is where exploitation comes in. Now they're making money through TikTok creator ban or creator fund, and now this is where they will start getting brand partnership, because as their following grows, they may attract sponsorship from companies that are looking to reach their audience. And this is where money comes. Also donations, people are already donating. People donated everything on their wish list, including a bunk bed that is not even complete. And then they'll start doing affiliate marketing. Bloom Nutrition could reach onto them and be like, oh, please, can you add this to your video? They start doing TikTok studio shop and all those things. In this whole sense, let's differentiate between exploitation and empowerment, because some people will be like, oh, this is empowering because it's not easy for you to put yourself out there. It's not easy for you to put yourself out there, but you have hands, you have legs. People, they've argued that sharing intimate details of financial hardship for profit can be seen as exploitation, and particularly when children are involved, because this is definitely exploitation of their children. And honestly, some people who have supported them, they are saying that TikTok is a place where people who are below the tax bracket have a way to speak up and have their voices heard, and it could lead to people noticing them and assisting them, which I don't dispute them. But then putting your children online, that is exploitation. Putting your children on social media. And in one of the comments, I've seen someone was like, I know where that is. Like, people already know where it is. You don't know who is watching. You don't know if it's a predator or whatever. And again, as creators gain popularity and potentially improve their financial security, questions may arise about the authenticity of their content, because then again, as they're gaining popularity, this is what's giving them money. Would they want to leave that house? They wouldn't want to leave that house. They wouldn't want to leave that situation, because again, since they don't want to leave that situation, that's what they're going to be. And even though they have like 10 million in their account, because this is what gave them the popularity that they do have, it's going to be very hard for them to leave that situation. What if they leave and people are like, okay, now you've achieved what you came to TikTok for, there's no need for me to watch you. And then this is where all of it ends. So now the content they'll be producing after they've made it, would it be authentic? It wouldn't be authentic. And there would be this delicate balance between maintaining the narrative that attracted followers and also acknowledging the positive changes in their circumstances. And also, let's not also talk about the impact of children. Let's also talk about the impact of children, because I spoke about it earlier. Because for families who share their struggles, there are concerns about the long-term effect on children whose difficult circumstances are broadcast to a wide audience. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? And the potential for bullying or future harassment must be weighed against the immediate benefit, because if your children goes to school and their classmates can see that their mom is struggling and stuff, they will get bullied. We all know how children are. We all know how mean children can be. Children can be so mean. So you can imagine your children being bullied or being picked up because of your own selfish actions. And she wants to keep giving birth, allegedly. So she wants to keep giving birth. And obviously, in most cases, the more you give birth, you neglect the ones who need help. And then the elder children will now be the surrogate parents for the younger ones. And this is how things will happen. I'm not saying it happens or whatever, but who knows? Because recently, Christian came out saying that her sister made her play house. And we know that they are essay when it comes to like even siblings, even though they are below the age of consent. 5-year-old and 6-year-old siblings will be playing with themselves because they think it's normal. Like having children, so many children unnecessarily for your own selfish gain can have a very, very huge negative impact on your children. And it's always the oldest children or the oldest child that suffers this. She met this man during the pandemic and they moved in together. What if he was a serial killer? Moved in together with your 2 daughters. What if he was a child molester? What if you didn't think of all those things? I think my own opinion, I think is a thing where she fetish black people. So I think I'm just done with all those things. The monetization of poverty on TikTok is just getting crazy. And this family, they just represent a complex intersection of technology, economics, and ethics. And while obviously this can offer a potential lifeline of struggling people or struggling families, it also raises important questions about dignity, about the exploitation of these children, and also the commodification of hardship. Because as social media continues to evolve, it's very, very crucial for this platform, especially TikTok, and also for creators and people who are viewing these channels or these people's videos to critically examine the implications of this content. People are just doing things for now. What of your children? Have you thought about how your children will be perceived in the society? Have you thought about how they will be when they grow up? Do you think they're going to look back and be like, oh, I liked when my parents did this or I did not? People are just so selfish within themselves that they do not think of other people, they do not think of their children. People, because again, we know that content to children really, really sell, and that selling is even worrying on its own, because what content that have children in, why is it really, really selling compared to like a normal lone person? Does that make sense? So we should learn to balance the potential for positive impact with ethical consideration, and this would be key in navigating this sensitive terrain. So guys, that is all I have for you guys today on this case. Like I'm like I can't with this, I cannot with this, and I hope you guys understood this, because I am so I'm done. I'm done. Everybody's just monetizing TikTok. I get it, TikTok has helped a lot of people, but people have taken advantage of this situation and they've done appalling things just in the means to go viral. And like someone said, she said that she knows that if she goes viral, it will be because of hate. Cool, whatever. Nobody hates. People are just telling you, you can't let your children stay in the living room while you're in the room with your husband that is allegedly owing child support. And one thing I've noticed that some people, they would have all these children, they'll have all these children and with a man that they love, and they will forget, they will not care about this man's other children, and they'll be like, as far as he's not doing that to my child, it's fine. But do not forget that how you get them is how you lose them, and what he does to the other person does not make you a saint. The baby he was dating, Danielle, she even put a video about yellow bone, whatever, and then the same way that baby treated his former baby mamas was the same way he treated her. Never think you're special. If a man treats his ex a certain way, just know you're going to be next. Never think you're too special, especially when it comes to a narcissist or someone who has a dodgy past. So that's all I have to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. My adrenaline is high today. So yeah, that being said, bye.